Happy to have you with us. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Texas Rangers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So almost ready to get underway, towing the slab in today's game. Wayne Wright, what do you have on him?
Well, we're going to see a different look today. We all know he's going to be coming at hitters with that knuckleball. You know, it's just very rare to see in today's game when the name of the game is high velocity. Most guys pitching in the mid to upper 90s, but you talk about hitting a knuckleball and what can make a knuckleball pitcher effective. I think for hitters, it's really hard to wait. You've got to wait, stay back, let it make that break, and then try to do something at the end.
Vince Coleman leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Righty delivers. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's got a double.
He's safe.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
So next to hit for Texas, Ozzie Smith. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. In there, and it's 0-1. Coleman leads off second with nobody out. Check on the runner, and he's back safely. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly, or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
Out to short. The throw wide at first, and both runners are safe.
The second baseman, number 28.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free, bringing up the number 3 hitter. So we'll see if they can take advantage right here.
So up next, number 28. There's a strike. And the righty deals. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The 0-2. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Jacobson makes the play. Runner tagging for third. Safe!
That is good.
And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. They'll be contending with a knuckleballer today, and of course that's just not something you see very often in today's game.
And Boog, I'll speak from firsthand experience. I feel for these guys today because it's pretty difficult to get comfortable against a knuckleballer unless you see them more regularly than once every few years. So today it's going to be all about how this pitcher's able to keep the ball from spinning, get that movement floating towards the plate, and then late diving action at the end. Good luck figuring out where to swing.
Just as hard for the catcher, maybe even more so than for the hitters sometimes. Foul ball there. The pitch. So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Into center. Jacobson drifts towards it. Makes the catch. Runner tags from third. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
Next up for Texas, Willie McGee. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in...
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Two outs. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And a swing and a miss. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Rangers 1 and the D-backs coming up. Welcome back. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Danny Cox. What do you look for here?
Well, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound to start the game. He can be really good at times and turn in some real excellent efforts. For me, it'll tell us a lot to see how he's attacking the strike zone and pitching aggressively or not. If he's doing that from the jump, I think he'll be fine in this one.
Here's the rookie right fielder, Jack Tobin.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need him in this game today.
Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. The 1-0. Now that's smacked to right center. He can't get there. It's a base hit.
Great hands on that swing. Took the barrel right to the baseball, caught it out front, and ripped it into the gap. At that point, probably no question in his mind that he was going for 2. That's just a great feeling.
Next to hit for Arizona, Eddie Foster. And that one just missed off the outside edge. And the 1-0. Now 1-1.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And a 1-2. Good eye right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And 1 gone.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, number 15. They say you win.
0-1's the count.
Next pitch misses, and 1-1. Tobin at first, 1 gone. The 1-1 is fouled off.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And a pitch. And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone now.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Ken Williams in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. The 1-0. Good eye right there. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Left-hand batter waits. And that's outside.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
William Jacobson stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one's in there, 0-1. Slice down the right side. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. So they strand a pair. End of 1 from Sportsman's Park. It's the Rangers 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the rookie DH, Terry Pennington.
Terry Pennington.
The right-hander back to work. Right side, hard hit. He handles it himself and quickly one away in the second. So digging in, Kurt Ford. First offering misses the mark. Foul ball. Falling behind 2-1. The 2-1 is high. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. The wind and the pitch. Out to short, Gerber. Tosses across to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
The third baseman, number 11.
Number 11 getting ready to hit. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Sets him down on strikes. Knuckler just floated down into the zone for strike 3. Rangers go down quickly there, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back. Here's the second baseman, Marty McManus.
The second baseman, Marty McManus.
Cox back to work. That one fouled off. Ball one low. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. The 1-1. The other way, and that one gets down, fair ball.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's the catcher, number 91. First offering, and it just misses. And the right-hander deals. And there's a ball. McManus gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Runner takes off. That one down the line, and he picks it up, and he'll put it in his pocket. Strike 3, got him swinging. 1 away.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Now up next for Arizona, Wally Gerber. First pitch, not close. That's a little bit low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch downstairs. Now 3-1. And that's in for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Pat Collins will hit next. That misses. 1-0. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
On the ground, a short could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1, and that's 2.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn. And they're out of this jam.
Back here at the ballpark, and now Tony Pena.
The catcher, Tony Pena.
The pitch. That one's in there. Strike one. Pena measures 6 feet even, hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. Next pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. The wind of the pitch. Got him looking with the knuckler for strike 3.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
Coleman now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
Line to left. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. Out number 2. Ozzie Smith stepping in for the Rangers. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Up the middle, and that chance handled to first, and he beats it.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Number 28 stepping in for the Rangers. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit more time where maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Williams brings it in for the 3rd out. Rangers leave 1, but they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Now it's the right fielder, Jack Tobin.
The right fielder, Jack Tobin.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of,
oh, look at this. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
a quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
So up next, Eddie Foster. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and he grabs it foul. Next offering is down low. And the count 1-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting.
Runner on at first with one gone. Next to hit for Arizona, number 15. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. In there for strike one.
0-1.
And a pitch. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
That one the other way and puts the squeeze on it. That's out number 2.
Now batting. Left fielder. Ken Williams.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Ken Williams. He reached out a walk his first time. And takes low for ball 1. And another ball.
That's inside.
That's to third. They get the force, and that is the inning. One left for the Diamondbacks. They trail here 1-0. And welcome back. Stepping in the long ball threat, Jack Clark.
Jack Clark.
And the right-hander back to work. That one ripped, but foul.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Next offering down in the dirt. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, obviously the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience it's not a good feeling.
Next offering is in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Williams puts the squeeze on that one. That's out number 2.
The bat, number 9. Designated hitter. Terry.
2 outs, base is empty. Next, it'll be the Texas DH, Terry Pennington. Grounded out his first time. That one off the mark, ball 1. High fly ball, shallow right field. Tobin in position, puts the squeeze on it, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Rangers 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. So digging in, William Jacobson.
The center fielder, William Jacobson.
The pitch. That's inside.
You know, these D-backs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. you can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
1-1 now. And a foul ball. Righty to the plate. That one way outside, and that's ball 2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of, because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss, and you go back to the dugout shaking your head.
And the batter now, Marty McManus. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Next one is off the plate. And that's ball 2.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
He swings and fouls one off.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And a bunt towards third. Bare hand grab, throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition, and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
And now here is number 91. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Kicks and fires.
Ball. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Down the right field line and a base hit.
The batter, the shortstop.
2 outs, runner at first. Wally Gerber digs in now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And here it comes.
Yep, that ball went out.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1 now. Kicks and deals. That one fouled off. 2-2. The pitch. Got him. That is the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We played 4. It's the Rangers 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the right fielder, Kurt Ford.
Kurt Ford.
Right, back to work. There's a strike.
All 1's the count.
And a pitch. stays alive. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And that's in the dirt. In the air, center field. Jacobson settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, number 11.
Number 11 now at the plate. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Smash to the left side. Sends it across to first, and the first two set down in the top of the fifth.
Now batting, catcher
Tony Pena, the next to hit, went down on strikes his first time through.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. Out towards left center. Williams pulls it in on the run. And the Rangers set down in order, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and now it's going to be Pat Collins.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Ripped to third. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Now it's the right fielder, Jack Tobin. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that one off the outside edge. The wind to kick the pitch. Down and in, moved his feet.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1. This to third. Whips it across. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, the third baseman, Eddie.
So 2 down now, and here is Eddie Foster.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And he grounds one to the right side, and it goes just foul.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And 1-2.
2 strikes.
Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. So they go quietly there. 5 innings complete. It's the Rangers 1 and the Diamondbacks 0. Top six. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Vince Coleman. And the pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Up next for the Rangers, runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, great jump. Coleman stands at second with no outs. Strike two.
0-2 is the count.
That one just misses.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Bounced out to short. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
The batter, number 28.
Now at the plate, number 28. Swing and a base hit. Coleman headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline and he scores. And they take a 2-run lead.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Jack Clark stepping in for the Rangers. He's 0 for 1. First pitch just misses.
Counts 1-0.
Pickoff throw.
No, he's safe.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Righty delivers. And a count 1-2. At the belt and fires. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Hit softly on the ground left side. To second, there's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Willie McGee will hit next. Back to the mound. Gathers and throws to first. That's out number 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at the ballpark, well, we go bottom 6, and here's the first baseman, number 15. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Next offering upstairs. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Here comes a pitch. And he lays down a bunt. And foul ball.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Ken Williams. Move to first, and he's back standing. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. That one misses, and that's ball one. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The pitch. And a ball evens the count.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Next pitch is outside.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
And the righty deals. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. 1 away.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Here's the center fielder, William Jacobson.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
First offering misses the mark.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
And he deals. And now it's even up.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Base hit into the outfield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Marty McManus getting ready to hit. Ball 1, no strikes. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. There's a strike. 2 on, 1 out. In the air out towards right center. McGee sprinting towards the gap. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
So first and second with 2 outs. Number 91 stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
And that one is inside, ball 1. The 1-0. That's down and in.
And he's close as he's trying to get through 6 full innings right now. He's about to throw his 100th pitch. I'd be surprised if this isn't it for him.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. On the ground to third. Fires across the diamond. That ends the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning coming up. It's the Rangers 2 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Top of inning number 7. Now here's the Rangers DH Terry Pennington. The wind of the pitch. And there's the strike. Activity in the bullpen. Number 61. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. Henry getting loose as well. 0-1 now. And that's in there at the knees. Struck him out looking.
No, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off of his shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Kurt Ford now at the plate. Strike 1. Trying to bunt his way on. And he picks it up in foul territory. To the right side, McManus. Slings to first and 2 away to start the 7th. Two outs, base is empty. Now here is number 11. In the air to left center. Williams makes the grab on the run. Nothing doing for the Rangers, but they hold the 2-0 lead.
Lead joint for the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the shortstop, Wally Gerber. The wind and the pitch. Called strike right there. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
That one's in there. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Right-hander kicks, deals. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. Just misses with that one.
It's a good take.
2 strikes.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
2-2. Yep.
The pitch. Bounce to the right. And that one handled. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next is the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter.
And next is the designated hitter, Pat Collins. First offering, and it just misses. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. And that's outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
So the lineup flips over. Jack Tobin stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 3. And a strike on the outside edge.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Collins stands at first with 1 out. Next offering in the dirt. Ball 1.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now back.
So up next, Eddie Foster. And there's the strike. Just off the outside part of the plate. The pitch. Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. 1 left for Arizona. They're still down. It's 2-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 61.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Tony Pena, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And the pitch. Just missed. And that curveball drops in there for a strike. Kicks and deals. And that's downstairs and outside. Off the mark there. And now 3 balls and a strike. And he walked him.
4, that's out.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Coleman, the next to hit, takes outside. Kicks and fires. This is again 5 in a row. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Well, a very fast developing play right there. No margin for error. Nice double play on a fast runner up the line.
So next to hit for Texas, Ozzie Smith. In there, and it's 0-1. And here it comes. Out to short, Gerber. Whips it to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Ready for the bottom of the 8th at the plate. Number 15.
The first baseman, number 15.
Cox back to work. Outside corner for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That one missed.
1-1.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Line drive. It gets down, base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now here is Ken Williams. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Ground ball left side, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now
one of the first real jams of the game for him, Boo. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
William Jacobson stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Bunts it in the air, and there's one down.
Now that second baseman,
Marty McManus stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that's in there for strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Number 38 getting loose out there. 1 out. Runners at first and second. That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
On the ground, could be two. Takes it himself for one. Double play as they get out of another jam, and the inning ends. So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Rangers 2 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Welcome back. We go to the 9th. Now it's the second baseman, number 28.
Number 28.
Here comes a pitch. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that skips in the dirt. They say you win.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Two now. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jack Clark stepping in for the Rangers. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. The 0-1 to the right side. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Willie McGee. A switch hitter batting right. Swing and a ball popped up. McManus makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 9th coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. Last chance for the home team, and here's the catcher, number 91.
The catcher, number 91.
The pitch. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
And a pitch. And a good eye there. That misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a pitch. On the ground, right side. Has some trouble with it. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. He keeps his composure and they get the out.
The shortstop, Wally Gerber.
Wally Gerber stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Line drive. Base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now that's the
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boog. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Danny Cox out of the game, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. On the mound now, number 38.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So now the DH spot, Pat Collins. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Looked like it was a little bit up. Right-handed reliever. Now 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
The 1-2. Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Out to short. Smith. There's one. That's a double play. The ball game is over.
Well, you come into a tough spot and your focus is on that catcher's mitt. You're attacking the batter, and he did exactly that. Fortunately, ball was hit into a spot where they could turn the double play. So 1 hitter, 2 outs, gets a W for the team.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.